Alright everybody, what is going on? We got some new red zone stages here on global. I mean, they're not new for in the game, but they're new for global, right? Like, they've been out on JP since like January or something, but we do have them in game finally, so we're gonna be hopping into these. I guess I'm gonna probably do both of these in one video, just maybe, we'll see. The Dr. Wheelo may end up being its own video depending on how long this fight takes, but we're going to be hopping into Mercenary Tau here, though. I don't remember much about these stages. I think Mercenary Tau is pretty easy and short, and I think Dr. Wheelo might be a little bit longer. That's all I remember about these stages. I don't remember, like, what the bosses do, how hard they hit, things like that. So we're going to be hopping in here. In the spirit of Frieza, we're going to be bringing his team in here. This is the team that I've been using for his world tour. So we're going to bring him in here and see how he does. So stage 1 of the new movie Red Zone right here against Mercenary Tau. There aren't any missions or anything like that right now. There's just clear the stages. That's all they really have. So yeah, it looks like he's one phase in Dr. Wheelo. Oh, that's right. You fight like the Biomen, and then you go into the 2 different phases of Wheelo. Okay. This gives us the God of Destruction Pride support memory, which is pretty good. It buffs Realm of Gods category allies, so we do like that. And yeah, that's really all we got going on at the moment. So let's hop in and start going. Obviously, we're going to try to do these without items. Not any reason other than that's just what I want to do. So let's see how things go right here. We do have Frieza. Let's, do I have intros on? Alright, very good. We got Frieza's intro. Frieza, aesthetically, they always make Frieza cards, like, awesome. So that's good. We'll throw Amand and Raisin in slot 1. I don't really have any concern for them in slot 1 in this fight. Again, I don't know how hard Tau hits, but usually these early red zone stages aren't anything to be concerned about. They usually don't ramp up until the very end, so we'll see. Alright, they took a little bit of damage right there, but nothing too bad. We do have the Arale Sunshine in the background. That was pretty interesting. I don't know if you guys saw that right there. It was up on, like, the left side of the screen. Not every day that you get to see the Arale backgrounds in the game here, so... Alright, Frieza starts out with a 9.2 million attack stat. We are getting quite a bit of support on this rotation from Kid Buu and from the Amand and Raisin, so we definitely take those. There was the sunshine again. Look, the sun is smiling on us as we just take out Tau right here, so... I don't imagine this fight is going to be very long, so we'll just immediately hop into the Wheelo fight after this. I'm going to just get both of these in the same video. No need to break these out into 2 separate.
私の新たなる進化をわかりやすく金色にしてみましたが安心すぎましたかね。安っぽいエニーですがゴールデンフリーザとでも言いましょうか。
Okay, very good, very good. Alright, I guess we'll just do this, and we are probably just going to win right here, so... yeah, I mean, we'll take it. This is going to be a pretty good turn for my Frieza right here. You know, we've got everything except for Frieza's army and Thirst for Conquest. We'll take that. And yeah, I can't imagine that Tau is going to survive this turn, so... You know, we made it to 4 minutes, but we really got to make it to 8 if I'm going to make a video out of it, so... yeah... We'll just, we'll hop into Dr. Wheelo, probably with this same team right here, and we'll see how the Dr. Wheelo fight goes. I mean, you know, this fight, or like these red zone stages that we're getting right now on Global are technically pre-9th anniversary, and we do have several post-9th anniversary units now, so I can't imagine we're going to run into too many issues as long as I'm bringing, you know, decent teams in here. We could get caught, you know, this Frieza team is susceptible to getting caught, but I'm not too concerned with the level of difficulty in these first couple of stages. So boom, there we go. That's stage 1 done. Let's go ahead. We'll hop into stage 2. We'll just get this on camera. If we die, I might switch up the team right here. Ooh, this looks like a really good friend. We've got some dodge. We got additional. Okay, 90%. No link levels, though. They are not a link level grinder. That does matter for a character like this. Yeah, listen, I know the character's only been out for a day, but, you know, we can, you know, who else are you using your skill balls on? Okay. But yeah, no, the Link skill balls, right? Like, some people say, like, oh, you shouldn't even bother using, like, the level 1 through 5 skill orbs just because it's really easy to get a character up to, like, level 5 links. But a character like this Frieza, who really benefits from having their links leveled at all, you know, this is, like, a perfect character to use those low-level link skills on just to get kind of a jump start on his link leveling before you go in and do it yourself. Or you could just use all of your skill balls on him. I mean, this is a great candidate to, you know, use them on because he is a big bad boss's Thirst for Conquest character, and they get the most benefit from being link leveled. So, like, you would get more benefit out of using your skill balls on this guy than, I don't know, the Carnival Revival Goku from the Worldwide Celebration a few years ago, where all of his links just give him basically attack. Prepared for Battle being the only one that gives him defense. It's just, you're not going to get as much value, you know, link leveling him as you are Frieza, so... Alright, we'll just throw Hirudegarn in slot 1. We will trust him with our lives right here. Let's actually go ahead and float off the friend Frieza since mine is in slot 7. We don't want to have a double Frieza rotation, so we'll go ahead and do this right here. Looks like all of these guys cannot be debuffed. Okay. I really don't like how they do this now. I much preferred when it showed all of them at once and it kind of flashed through what was happening, and then you could click on this and just get the detail. I liked that a whole lot better than having this long string of icons that overlaps onto the other characters. I am not really a huge fan of that, so... but maybe that's just me complaining about stuff that doesn't really matter. I guess I should have turned off intros, but, I mean, listen, these... well, Hirudegarn's isn't very good, but, like, the two Frieza intros I think are worth watching because they're just... like, they're so good. The OST is good, the voice acting is crisp and clear. They animated just, like, the facial expressions of Zarbon really well, and Dodoria, you know. I think they're worth watching, so... And then, of course, the LR Golden Frieza intro is still just, like, one of the best in the game, if not, like, the best intro in the game. I mean, it's just, like, it's so good, man, that Golden Frieza intro. That's exactly what intros should be. It's just, like, a 50-second, like, true introduction for the character. Powerful OST, just, like, swaggy aura, you know, I mean, it's just... that's what you want to see out of these characters, right? All right, we'd appreciate some supers here, buddy. All right, I guess not.
私の新たなる進化をわかりやすく金色にしてみましたが半分すぎましたかね。安っぽいメニューですがゴールデンフリーザとでも言いましょうか。
Okay, there we go. That's all of the intros out of the way now. Do I want to float Frieza here or keep him on rotation? Let's keep him on rotation for now so that we can get him built up a little bit. Let's do this. We'll grab these with Frieza, and then we'll give the physical orbs to Kid Buu. Okay, so far, first phase hasn't been very exciting. But we'll see. I think we go into Brainwashed Piccolo after this, if I remember correctly. I think we fight the Bioman and Dr. Cochin, then Brainwashed Piccolo, and then Dr. Wheelo. I think, does Dr. Wheelo AoE? I feel like he AoEs. I think that was like his gimmick. But it wasn't like super scary because he's, you know, it's like way later into the fight. I just remember this fight being long. Like, I think that Piccolo phase is really tanky or something. You guys can correct me. I mean, we'll figure it out here in a second, but... that's what I'm remembering about this fight. I know it's been like 6 months since these fights released on JP, so I don't have like a perfect remembrance of what's happening here. And then these also aren't like premiere showcase stages, so I'm not super familiar with them. I guess I actually have played these stages. Do I have videos of these stages on the channel? I can't remember if I put up videos for these whenever I was doing JP videos earlier this year. Yeah, I guess we'll just get another stack in for Hirudegar, and we're going to kind of waste a turn here with Frieza, but, I mean, what am I supposed to do, man? I'd put, yeah, I mean, Hirudegar dodge this? He doesn't dodge it, okay. But it's double digits. I don't know, I feel like the Hirudegar stacks are probably more important than the Frieza stacks. The Frieza stacks are just going to make his offense a lot better, which is good. This team definitely could benefit from him just carrying the weight of damage on his shoulders, but he was probably just going to one-shot that Cyberman anyway. I can't imagine they have, like, more than 10 million HP, so... Okay, perfect. We can pull it off Frieza right here. We'll keep these guys in slot 1. That'll get them, like, fully built up. So that'll be good. We can go ahead and... we'll save these orbs over here for Golden Frieza so that he can get, like, the 18 key and all that. So let's grab those. Looks like we can stun Piccolo. He's immune to attack, defense, and sealing. Or attack debuffing, defense debuffing, and sealing. But it looks like he can be stunned. I can't remember if anybody on this team stuns. They took a little bit of damage, but it was before they super attacked, and I don't think they're fully built up yet. So I'm not super surprised they took a little bit of damage there. We'll see, we'll see. Frieza's getting his stats in. That's really good. Hopefully we can get some more super attacks out of him. Very good. Okay, so we should have one guaranteed coming in after this, right? Because he does get like a guaranteed super in his passive after he does so many attacks. Okay, maybe this Piccolo phase isn't as tanky as I remember it. Because we just kind of absolutely washed this guy. Maybe he's not as tanky as I am remembering. Maybe, which stage is it? I feel like one of these stages in here is pretty tanky. I mean, maybe we just got lucky with crits or something like that, but for some reason I remembered this Piccolo being relatively tanky in here, so I'm kind of surprised that we just took off half of his health immediately right here. Interesting. Yeah, we'll just keep Hirudegar in slot 1 right here. We're probably not going to be able to get any build-up on Frieza again, and Kid Buu hasn't gotten any build-up either, so I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Nice dodge from Hirudegar. We're just going to continue to get some stacks in on him. I mean, I have to imagine that he's already at a defensive level that Dr. Wheelo's not going to be able to hurt us, but, I mean, we'll see. It looks like we're just going to one-shot Piccolo right here. Interesting. Yeah, that is definitely not very tanky. Okay. Maybe I just got lucky. Let me know if I got lucky with the damage right there. Where's the AoE? It's in slot 2? Okay. Interesting. I'm afraid Baby might take a little bit of damage right here, but I don't think anybody else on this rotation would take any damage, so I am going to risk it. Obviously, we're not going to use any items here. My pride will not allow it. And then we will use these. Okay, so I don't remember how much damage this AoE does, but I remember it being vaguely on par with Fusion Zamasu, or maybe a little bit weaker. So we'll see how much damage the AoE does right here. Potentially, Baby could take, like, I don't know, 200, 300k right here if it's hitting really hard, but we are at full HP, and I don't think anybody else in this rotation is going to be taking damage. So we'll see what happens. If Baby ate the super attack as well, that would be really bad. So hopefully the super attack is on Frieza. We'll see. We'll see what happens right here. I mean, he hasn't super attacked so far. I don't know. Okay, here's the super attack. Let's see. Okay, double digits. Wow. All right. That was not a lot. Let's see how much the AoE does. Double digits. Only 180. Okay, so what did Baby have? He had like 220, 230k defense or something like that. So his AoE is probably about 4 million, or 400,000, I mean, is probably what the AoE is, because we're type neutral here. So it's basically the damage is 1-to-1 to our defense. Let me resync the audio really quickly. And there we go. Yeah, so we can probably just drop the hammer on Dr. Wheelo right here. I mean, we haven't gotten, like, any stacks with my Frieza, but I don't think it's going to matter. Let's find out.
ごらんなさい。サーモンさん、ドドリアさん、こんな美しい花火ですよ。
Alright, so we didn't quite KO him, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and transform Hirudegarn as well. Alright, we should have plenty of firepower. Let's see how much we are at. 571k only from Hirudegarn. Does he get like a defensive buff? I feel like they take away his defensive buff once he transforms. Yeah. Yeah, he loses his big defensive buff, which is really bad, but... I mean, I guess we didn't get that many stacks with him, so I'm not super surprised that his defense is low, but, I mean, it shouldn't matter here. Unless he eats the super attack. I mean, we'll see. That is a very Hirudegarn-coded moment, would be if he ate the super attack here. Because remember, he's only getting extra defense for being, like, tied to slot 1 right here. He is not getting any, like, on his super attack effect or anything like that. After you transform him, he just has the defense that he has. It'll go up a little bit once the turn locks in. Dodge this? Oh, my goodness. Only 300k. Okay, well. So, I don't know how hard Dr. Wheelo hits. I guess I could go ahead and look it up real quick. Let me pull up the page here. All right. We've got the page pulled up. So we've got the Bioman, Dr. Cochin. These guys don't hit very hard. We've got Piccolo at 875. So Wheelo hits for about 1 million. So we got hit for what? I don't remember how much Hirudegarn took right there, but it couldn't have been that scary. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, Wheelo, kind of a pushover right here. Definitely not. A 1 million super attack boss is not very scary. So there we go. That's the 2 new stages of Red Zone and some more footage of Frieza for the Frieza enjoyers out there. Guys, let me know what you thought about this run against these 2 bosses. Let me know if you'd like to see any other units against these fights, but they're not very difficult, so I can't imagine people are just clamoring to see more of this. But you guys let me know. Thank you all for watching. Good luck on your new Red Zone stages, and I'll catch you guys next time.